Dundee vacation actually. This is going to be my toast out meal. Oh. Today, I guess, would be the day 2 of my bulk. So, yeah. And for me, bulk also means more plant growth. Because on the cards, I'm pretty, it's all pretty exact. Now, I still have my fair share of plant protein on the cards. I'm just going to having lower calories does mean animal protein does help a lot. Plus, I also still want to get in the amount of calories to be fueled up because protein isn't that good as an energy source. Because with plant protein, generally you're going to have to eat more protein overall. And so part of that protein, because it's low quality, will get oxidized for energy. A higher fraction that if you have a smaller quantity of high quality protein, but make room for that extra protein, you have to eat fewer calories. Which I would say isn't ideal. It's alright, but yeah, not ideal. Oh. However, if you're already getting like 200 grams of carbs, then it doesn't really matter anymore. But if to get enough protein from plant sources, I have to really get low in protein, low in carbs, sorry, then it gets kind of tricky. That is why I don't want to sacrifice too much of my carbs. But our bulk, that isn't really an issue. Just because I have higher calories to work with. So yeah. Alright. I'm going to use 1 or 2 eggs in here at the end too. Let's get that onion simmering down. 150 grams. Would be a normal amount. Yeah, basically 2 eggs should be roughly the right amount of protein. Playing with garlic. Yeah, I don't eat that much garlic with this meal. All right. One sec. I'm definitely gonna have more garlic. Why is nobody watching? No one. Who cares? My dreams. Hi there. Welcome. I don't know why nobody's watching, but hey, Jenny, what's up? Yeah, the day two of my blog. So hopefully you can, yeah, hopefully you can put on some size. But I'm pretty confident. All right. I went to the gym today, did a lot of different exercises. I did rear delt flies on TRX for the first time. Interesting. I made spaghetti with TVP, some spinach, and this is gonna go with a bit of a garlic egg sauce. Okay, we've got a bunch of garlic here. I'm gonna go in with some olive oil in the middle. The middle is the only part of the pan that is still heated. A huge helping of garlic right in the oil. Yum. Here we have so all of that garlic. Let's the egg whites in first. I'm gonna save the yolks. The yolks are gonna go in just at the very end. To make like more of a soft sauce. I don't want the egg. I don't want the yolk to actually cook. Okay, heat is turned off. Heat turned off. Hi there. I saw some blue coming in. Shake your baby. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it. Yeah, baby. Voila. And now proceed with all of that. Before the egg yolk can completely cook. Yeah, it's mostly cooked the egg, but not 100%. Okay. Also, the egg, I think it cooked a bit too much. Next time I'll put it on the plate first and then add the egg. You have a shirt on? What is this madness? I don't know. I don't know. Just for you, Shaky. Actually, okay, it's zoomed in on my face. But do you want to see my body? Ah. Hey, hey, Yoda. Hi. You're gonna throw me some money? Okay. I just got a complaint that I still have my shirt on. By the way, if you were wondering why I was being so weird, never mind, you wouldn't wonder. I'm always weird. I've not seen you in my life. But yeah. I mean, the food is done, so unless you guys want to talk, I would probably end the live this. I don't know. I've been feeling that just showing me eating is kind of boring. I don't know. Doesn't really add much to the life, you know. Thank you. I actually really enjoy spinach. An even better version for no, another really good way to eat spinach for me at least is with some cottage cheese. Sorry to hear that. Anything that happened now or just in general? Well, debatable. I wouldn't say it's okay. And it doesn't have to be okay. It's okay if it's not okay. Yeah, I'm gonna chop up some more garlic and put just the raw garlic on top of my food. Because I'm feeling a bit kinky. Just like I don't know, I want some pep in there. A lot of things. Horse is dying. I need to figure out if it's for the best to end his pain or to see if he can get better. I don't know at the moment. Oh yeah, probably. Of course, that is. Oh, that's a tough decision. I mean, I don't know what his chances are. Putting down animals you love is really difficult. I mean, the thing is, like, you wouldn't do it for a person, no. But I don't know. I don't know if it's if it's right to treat animals different. Like maybe you should put people down when they're suffering too. I don't know. It's difficult to say. But yeah. Like I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but maybe just look on how he is fighting. Does he look like he? Of course, he can't tell you, but does he look like he wants to keep going no matter what, or does he more seem like he's just getting more resigned to me? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I think he could, but I also don't think he has the fight power anymore. Okay. Yeah. Here's goes a garlic. But like, does he still have the fighting spirit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, animals can have it. That I've definitely seen it in animals, too, not just people. Like, if that will to fight and keep going no matter what is still there, then I would at least I would take that into consideration. I'm not saying that should be the thing you decided on, but that's something I would think about. You know, if he seems like he wants to keep fighting, or he doesn't want to fight anymore. Because with a person, if they had a terminal disease, I personally would tell them to decide it on your own. You know, I don't think it's if you want to keep going no matter what, then keep going. If you don't, I get. I think that's also fine. So I would try to find kind of try to read him. You know, as good as you, the best you can. What you feel like he would want to. He still hates people. He still doesn't let the wets close. Right. So just to give everything to him, you have to give everything. That is, of course, also a thing to consider. It doesn't get easier, does it? Hmm. Yeah. Heading the west doesn't help either. Just put some sesame oil here. Hmm. Well, do you have the time to do all that, and are you physically able to keep giving him the max all the time? And also, like, if for whatever reason you're not going to be able to could you forgive yourself? And is it worth risking that? Like if one time you not get being able to give the max, so that would be a big issue. All I've got is time. Okay. We'll just give it a good thought if if it's what it's gonna cost you. And I'm not talking about the money. Of course that's also a thing to think about, but I wouldn't put that into the equation for now. Just is the whole back and forth. Is it good for him and is it good for you to just keep going? Yeah, right, right. Mm. And if you're gonna do it now, it's probably a good time. So just stop that. Okay, that's nice. Well, that's something. Okay, I want some. You could use a little more flavor now. Some finely chopped smoked tofu. Well, would they be able to give him the snacks, or would he just push them away? Uh, is it injections, or is it something you could put in his food? Like I don't know, take a syringe, inject it into an apple, and throw the apple to him if he doesn't let the people close. Like, is there an option like that, or do the people have to physically give it to him? Mm, yeah, man, horse bites are no joke. But it basically means you need to be there 24/7, right? Well, think about it. Think about the emotional toll it's going to take on you. Just Yeah. He, yeah, and he actually has made the person bleed, but he was scared. He thought the person was going to hurt him. He wasn't, but he only does that if people get too close to him, not really. Hey, run. Oh, and bye. Hang by. Not really. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I definitely applaud everything you do for those animals. But I don't know if I could do that. And at some point in my it was just, I don't know, it'd be too much. Nothing is harder than making sure all my pups who still has problems, okay? Well, then it sounds like maybe you've already made your decision, doesn't it? I mean, it's good if you can make a decision and be relatively sure that it's the right one. Because I know that's the hardest part. Making a decision that you're confident in. Truth is, I don't think Zero will make it much more. He looks healthy, but he's still not drinking on his own, and he needs a lot of care. I mean, he's the pup I'm definitely keeping. I can't say to someone he's very weak. I don't know if he will be good if it's just not fair on them. Yeah, I don't know either. That is the difficult part about having cats, isn't it? I don't know. He's healthy pup, but I don't know. He probably is. He's a fighter, so he was the one who wasn't alive, but then came alive. Well, true, true, true. I guess only time will tell. So he's been fighting. Got him on my lap now. Oh, that's really cute. I really do wish I had a dog, but I don't know if I could take proper care of a dog. Yeah. I'll make me a cup of tea. Nice cup. Dogs are pretty amazing, aren't they? Not when your older dog is looking at you like, I want him, guess who it is? Probably Yoda? Oh, you mean he wants you? No, no. Trooper. If he wants zero, Trooper would be the one who wants to get to zero and be his mom, even though he's a boy. That sounds like a Trooper thing. If he looks like he wants zero, no Trooper. He just wants him in his mouth. Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. Like if it's about being the mom, first I thought about looking at you, wanting your attention. That would be like more of a Yoda thing. But yeah, wanting the pup, that's super, 100%. He's a softie, but he's done it with the other pups. Yeah, Mama Trooper. You really should have. You really should have Bill. I'm pretty sure he would love it. Feeding the pups. Imagine if he could get milk from his nipples immediately. Yeah, just stupid. You do have pretty amazing ones. You know that, right? Like all of them. They're pretty awesome. Of course you know that. Mama's Fufa. He's allowed with the other pups. The pups enjoy it, but Vader gets jealous because he's not in his mouth. Then he drops the pups on the floor nearly, but then he leaves them somewhere and gets cat. I was looking for something but didn't find it. But yeah. But then I need to go looking around my house for pups that aren't even walking. It's hilarious, though. It's pretty freaking hilarious. Yeah. I can see how it could also be a little bit annoying. Oh, well. Uh, Not when you have 10 pups around your house because your dog can't decide if he wants a cat to be angry at him or if he can hold the pup. Well, it is still funny. It's an issue, but that doesn't mean it's not funny. But yeah, I get the problem. Just it's still funny to me. But of course, a good mom would tell the the older sibling, aka waiter, that now the pups it's a pup's time. He has to get used to. He has to get used to it. But yeah. Funny or not, though, yeah. I'm going to clean my fatty, so I'll keep you in on the background. Fatty skinny pigs, yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna end the live, so I'll be, yeah. But unless someone else comes in to talk, I think, and for my workout channel, this doesn't really fit. But yeah, if anyone wants to talk about anything, my DMs are always open. You can always talk in private. So yeah. Anyway, well, good luck with. All right, of course I have to make my tea on camera. You can't skip the tea. I'll get the milk in a second, maybe after I have the lunch. But yeah, here. Well, should we do a little Q&A? Does anyone have any questions for me? I'm here to answer them. It's actually not raining for a change. It's raining. Oh, it's raining. All right, all right, all right. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I was thinking of maybe preparing one one of the two things I might have for dinner. I mean, I was thinking of having spinach with cottage cheese. Right now, I'm thinking maybe not, but actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But eating the same freaking thing every day isn't the healthiest either. So, but I can still show you what I eat for dinner or like as my last meal of the day most days. Even if today I might actually have some spinach, I can still prepare it like I normally would and eat it tomorrow. Or if I can't be asked to make something later, I'll still eat it. So we'll see. And then I'll find the ends alive. And this is not going to take very long, like at all. We'll take some. Actually, let's get the scale for here in front. We'll take some oats. Oats. Like between 20 and 100 grams. It depends on how much carbs you want. I've already had plenty of carbs and also going like 30, 40 grams. Now we're going to go in with the cocoa powder. Okay, we want 200 to 300 grams of water. That will do it. This will be roughly 250 grams. That's 30 grams worth of casein protein. We're going to add a little dash of some good quality canola oil because this is no fat. Dairy is good, and this canola oil is a really healthy fat with a buttery flavor. Really nice. Round. We can do it a little more. Yeah, but we don't want to go overboard. I'd rather add more nuts for our snack. We're going to add some more cocoa powder. Get it really nice and chocolatey. Add in some oat milk or water or whatever you want. You could also add Gatorade if you like. Whatever freaking water-based liquid you want to put in here, do it. Regular milk works too, of course. Okay, now we have like a mousse-like consistency, which is good. And now we're going to sweeten with a good helping of maple syrup. Actually, let me check how much maple syrup I can put in here. Okay, this is as much or more than I normally do. This is almost 20 grams, so just add another 20 grams or 15 grams of powder. I don't put this much in normally. Oh, sometimes I do. So yeah. Now we go in with our nut of course. It's like 40 grams of nuts. 40, 50, yeah, 40 grams of nuts. 30 to 50. Let's get some walnuts. I like to crumble them up so I get more bites with nuts in. What can I say? I like my nuts. And the Brazil nut. Or selenium. They're still pretty low on the nuts. I try to go more high carb and low fat. Also, during the fat is a fast meal already. So. And instead of having a bunch of different nuts, what I do now is I just have one kind of nut usually, maybe two. And have a different kind of nut each day because you can get food sensitivities if you eat the same exact thing every day. So having some small deviations is really smart. Now we're gonna go in with like, I don't know, 200 grams of mixed berries. That's already 200. Doesn't feel like a lot, honestly. It's not. Now there is also the thing as too many berries. I think that's the right amount, 200 grams. And the trick is, at the end, I'm gonna, right before I eat it, I'm gonna put on some dry. I'm gonna put on 50 grams of dry TDP. So texturized soy protein. This is nice and crunchy, slightly nutty. A hint of sweetness gives it some good texture and almost doubles the protein of this bowl. So you have less animal protein, some extra fiber, all good stuff. And this is gonna go in the fridge and I can eat that tonight or tomorrow. And now we're gonna have a tea and maybe clean this mess up and yeah, see you guys soon. Dundee out. Peace. And yeah, let's get this bulk. Let's make sure this bulk gives us some nice gains. Cheers, everyone. Oh, of course, every good meal has some pussy in it too. Okay, she likes to. If I eat her body, she's fine with it, but her face not so much. Yes, sorry, Lila. I also kept her from eating. She's hungry. So anyway, see you guys soon. Peace. Stay metal. Dundee out. Oh.